Hey guys, so I'm here today with a exciting, interesting announcement, really, and something I've kind of been pondering on for a little while in terms of making the announcement, because these things aren't always easy. I think when there's a lot of kind of like emotion involved, and you've been in a position for a long period of time, and you've been in kind of like a partnership for a long period of time, it can be quite challenging to kind of like bring announcements like this. So, you know, I've really kind of sat with it and took my time with it really to, I guess, understand how I wanted to kind of like bring it across, because, you know, for a long period of time now, I've been very much involved in the Hyrox community from the beginning, pretty much. And it's been something that has really filled my life with so much in terms of joy and experience and opportunity. And therefore, bringing this today is quite difficult because, you know, even though I'm still going to be very, very, very much involved in the Hyrox community, it's not a goodbye in that sense. It does bring me to you, bringing you the news that I will be stepping down as Hyrox Master Trainer. Now, it's not a sadness. I don't feel anything like that around this. I actually feel very excited about the concept, and actually like passing the baton on to another female coach who can move into the space and kind of like fill the boots and fill the role that I don't personally feel I can fulfill as much as I would want to. So I never ever want to take the opportunity away from anybody else. But two, I really feel that, yeah, my time in that position and that role as such, it has come to an end really. And you know, there's chapters in life, there's chapters in every sport, in every role, in everything we do, there's chapters and there's time, right? There's certain times that, you know, you can fulfill something and fulfill it well, and there's times that you need to move on, right? And so, you know, it for a long period of time now, you know, since being involved, very involved from day one in the world of Hyrox, in this incredibly expanding, exciting sport, it has meant that over the last 4.5 years, since entering the world of Hyrox, before anyone really in the UK knew about it, I have really, without knowing, over the last 4 years, Hyrox has pretty much become my life. And my work is Hyrox, my athletic endeavors are Hyrox, my coaching is Hyrox, my content is Hyrox. And you know, when you kind of like build an identity around that, it can be really challenging to do things like this when, you know, like I said, when you're stepping away from it. So yeah, so the news is that I am stepping down as Hyrox UK Master Trainer. And there's a few reasons really as to why. I think that being at the forefront of Hyrox and powering through, you know, really helping a lot of people and the masses of people entering the sport and entering the world of Hyrox, you know, has been incredibly empowering. It's been incredibly inspirational to see. And I've really tried my best from day one to bring as much as I can to help the sport grow and to help it to where it is today, especially inside of kind of the UK community. As I said before, being the first ever female to step in the Hyrox arena. But I feel like it's kind of over the last couple of years, it's like being behind the curtain at the theater, right? So I feel that, you know, there is kind of like no way out, like everything is Hyrox, like it's Hyrox, 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 Hyrox. And if I'm really honest, like I absolutely love the sport. I love what it's about. I love the methodology, the training, what it's brought, how it's brought a community of people together, but I don't enjoy the politics. And I think being in a role, even though that master trainer role wasn't paid, being in a role with a title like that, leading the way and being a kind of beacon of who people look up to, can be really difficult, because it can land you in the seeing behind the curtains of of it as a company, and I don't really enjoy the politics, right? I'm quite actually really introvert, and I like to kind of like stay out of anything political, anything like that. So as the sport has grown, obviously, you know, there's been a lot more decisions to be made, and a lot more, all of the, like I said, as a sport grows, so as a company grows, there's also infrastructure and everything like that. And so for me, this was, this was my time, and this was my time to step down in that role. And like I said before, pass the baton on. And not only this, but I really feel that it's the right thing to do right now to focus all of my time and energy I have into my own clients and my own business and my own athletic endeavors. Because if I'm really truly honest, the first 2 years and mainly the first year of being a Hyrox Master Trainer brought its incredible opportunities with it, and I will thank Hyrox from the bottom of my heart for the opportunity to this day. But it also brought a lot of challenge for me when it come to balance, in terms of I had to kind of put that first before my athletic endeavors. And it was fine while I was kind of just competing. But now I'm in a place where I really want to strive to get to a new level in the sport as an athlete. And it does require more training, and it does require more commitment. And I do believe that it's challenging. The first year of being Hyrox Master Trainer, I literally said yes to everything. Like, Jade, can you do this? Yeah, of course I can. Yeah, Jade, could you be there at this time? Yeah, of course I can. I did the event walkthroughs the night before. I did all of the stuff for PR. The late nights before racing, the appearances and stuff like that. And that, again, that was amazing. Like, I loved it, and I wouldn't actually ever change that. But it does mean now that it was the expense of my own energy as an athlete, like then racing the next day, etc., etc. And it probably did take a little bit away from my ability to serve clients and, be the coach that I wanted to be. So this is probably another reason as to why now I am in that position of feeling like this is the right time for me to move away. And also my enjoyment comes from the depth of teaching. So if you're somebody who follows my stuff, if you're a client of mine, you'll know how deep I go on the training methodology for Hyrox as a sport, the education side of Hyrox, the science-backed methods of how to develop and grow as an athlete, but also the other elements: nutrition, health optimization, racing strategy. Like, the stuff that I really enjoy teaching has a lot of depth to it, and I like to take people deep with me. And I feel that as I spoke to some of the representatives of Hyrox UK on the call when we discussed this, and in their words, we feel that what you're teaching might be a little bit too deep for what we're looking for from a master trainer. And that's absolutely, totally fine. I think that there needs to be kind of more surface level stuff taught from a master trainer, which I feel they need, or I feel they wanted. That helps with the masses of people coming in to Hyrox for the first time. And maybe I feel that in a way the best way I can put it is maybe I feel that I've kind of outgrown the position, because the stuff I really want to teach is probably a little bit too much in depth for kind of, your average gym goer who's looking for a new challenge, which is Hyrox. And therefore, that's really kind of like where I'm at. I feel that I couldn't now, with this year's intentions for me as a human being, as a person, as an individual, when it comes to business coaching and athletic development, I just didn't feel that this season coming, I could give Hyrox what they need in regards to, the drop of a hat being somewhere, or saying yes, or an appearance and things like that. So I think there was another kind of like contrasting thing for me, which was being a health optimization coach and spending over a decade in the health optimization world. I found it quite difficult representing a brand or sport such as Hyrox, who I didn't align very well with the sponsors. Obviously Puma, not a problem, all day long, but that's sporting, like clothing and stuff like that. But when it comes to like nutritional brands that maybe I don't necessarily align with, it was really difficult because I had to say no to a lot, right? I had to say no to an offer of like, you know, sponsorship or partnership or collaboration, which didn't really feel nice. Like I didn't feel nice having to say no to that. And again, it's nothing against the brands at all, but I do have very strong kind of like health optimizing values, and I have a lot of values around brands and different products and things like that. So when that started to happen kind of like, you know, over the last couple of seasons, and I didn't align as a human and an athlete very well with those brand partners and sponsors, then again I started to feel like I wasn't quite in alignment with it. So so that was kind of like maybe another kind of reason that I'm stepping down. But you know, I want to say from the bottom of my heart, a massive thank you. One, to Hyrox for believing in me from day one and everything that I brought to the Hyrox community and was allowed to bring to the Hyrox community to help everybody who was entering Hyrox in the early stages and the developing phases of the sport. It's been an incredible journey as Master Trainer. It's been incredibly inspirational to see how, you know, how the sport has grown in the masses. But as the sport has grown, I feel that I have also very much grown, and a lot of what I want to teach, I don't want to feel like I can't, right? And I don't want to feel like I can't give depth, and I don't want to feel like I can't bring the most kind of authentic version of me with everything encompassed in that. So I want to wish the new master trainers for the 24-25 season all the very best. Keep leading the community. I hope that one of my biggest, strongest values is legacy, and I hope that I've left an element of legacy inside of the Hyrox community. I'm not going anywhere. It just means that I'm taking a step sideways. I'm not taking a step back. I'm not taking a step forward. I'm taking a step sideways to really focus on my own personal athletic pursuit, and also my own coaching and my clients. And these are things that I have to put first right now. So a big love. Like I said, it's not a goodbye. It's just an announcement that, you know, the role Master Trainer, Hyrox Master Trainer, will not be me anymore. And I'm very happy to be handing that baton on to somebody who can come in and lead in the way that I hope I did, with a lot of value, a lot of authenticity, and a lot of respect as well. So a big love from me to all of you guys at the Hyrox community. A big thank you to Hyrox for having me on board this role for such a long time and allowing me to bring as much as I can to the sport in its growing time. And I'm excited for what's to come. I'm really excited. With this announcement also comes a bubbling excitement of what's to come for me as an individual. And yeah, big thanks to everybody who has supported me, who has followed my content, who has shared, who has, you know, brought a lot of love and light into my life as well, replicating inside of the community. So that's me, over and out. Take care, have an amazing new season, and I'll see you out there on the dance floor.